Hello, I am live. Okay, this is the third session, and I am hoping this is working. It looks like my microphone is on. Looks like the lighting is somewhat better. And I am on the dot, 7 o'clock GMT UK time. And I will be talking today about various things. I'm going to see if someone's going to come on, give a few minutes. So I will ramble a bit up the front, maybe another minute and see. So what is today? Wednesday, the 11th of April, 7 o'clock in the evening, general mean time. So that will be around midday in the States, most of the states, or some of the states anyway. I don't know if people have time this time or not. Otherwise, I'd have to do this very late. My husband's out. He's doing a meeting because he does work a little bit. When I say a little bit, that's not really fair. He does work. He works with silver bullion and silver mint coins. And that's what he loves doing. And he's holding a meeting today. So I opted out of the meeting. I don't like going to these meetings very much because I can't sit that long. It's just ironic because I'm sitting in front of the video here, aren't I? So that's sort of ironic. So I will roll in today into the series, which is a live video stream on anything that comes up, questions that have been asked, not on either hair, crochet, knitting, weaving, spinning, cooking, anything that's been going on. Yeah, you can ask questions as well. If you have any suggestions, you can suggest at the end of the video or on the chat. So we will see what will happen. So I have prepared a little bit. This will be depending on whether a chat will be happening or not. This will be going on for maybe 20 minutes to up to an hour. That's the maximum, an hour. I'll be trying to do this sort of live broadcast once a month, and I'm hoping to do it on a Wednesday round mid of the month. So I will hope next month it will be, let me just check here my calendar, in April, so in May, Wednesday, okay, that will be Wednesday the 16th. I will add in a new live show on YouTube. I'm just typing that into my calendar so I don't forget. A reminder into my calendar. So that will be May 16th. That's a Wednesday. And it will also be at the same time. If not, then I will definitely say before then. Just on a heads up, on May 15th is the new moon. So for anyone that's doing new moon wishes and things, think about doing that. From the 13th, that's the Sunday, to the Tuesday, the 15th. That's the best time for doing that. Talking of which, back to April. Why am I saying so many times? I do not know. Right. Next week, next week, Monday is new moon for April. So think about your plans for the coming month from the 14th, this Saturday, right through to the Monday. And on the 17th is the best date for doing a hair strengthening treatment. And after that, the next best date for hair thickening treatment is on the 28th of April. So, and then we have the full moon on the 30th. So those are the next dates for hair that you could think about if you're interested in growing your hair or, well, doing any kind of improvements to your hair. That was April and some of May. But we will talk before then anyway. I'm sorry, that's these funny streaks coming down here. That's the lighting from the chandelier up above. And that funny thing hanging there, as you can see, is an essential oil heart. You soak that in essential oils and it will give off a lovely fragrance. Yes, so I think definitely the lighting is better than last time. I have here behind me the little bedside lamp that I have. And I think that's an improvement. At least it's not quite so dark. If I let in the daylight, the little that there still is, it's not enough and it throws even more weird shadows. Is that English? I'm not quite sure whether it is. So let's get on to oils. So I've bought generally hair stuff, but that is bought from a shop, not DIY. So some of my favorite things. I'll start with the most expensive first, and that is this dry hair shampoo. Okay, I am not sponsored by anybody for these things, by the way. And that is the Morocco Method Volcanic Dry Shampoo. And why it is so expensive is because it has a mountain of great natural ingredients in here. I will put maybe, well, just to mention a few here. For example, we have aloe vera in here. We have the amla fruit powder. We have prickly pear powder, lavender. We have arrowroot, basil, bladderwrack, burdock, butcher's broom, cardamom, charcoal, chlorella, cilantro, cinnamon, cloves, dandelion, fennel, garlic, ginkgo, hyssop, kelp, marshmallow, myrrh, oat, paprika, peppermint, red clover, rosemary, sage, shave grass, shepherd's purse, thyme, turmeric, and of course clay. All of those things are absolutely fabulous for stimulating the hair roots, for cleansing the scalp, and for getting some nutrition in there, even though you've got greasy hair. I don't use it very often because I don't need it that often. But if you do, just use a tiny amount. Okay, I just want to show you. I don't know if you can see. This is a very, okay, when I go like that, you see how small the hole is in the top? And you need what I would call really a pinch. Okay, about this much. You need very, very little. What I tend to do is I tend to put a little bit on my fingers like that and then rub into the roots if I need it. Leave it in for, I don't know, a few seconds and then brush my hair through. Okay, I have left this volcanic powder in for 3 days before I washed my hair. Nobody noticed whatsoever. If it is a white powder, so if you have dark hair, you can add a little bit of cocoa powder just to, to make the color match your hair, let's say it that way. And or if you've got a different kind of red than I have, then you can also add a little bit of cinnamon in if you're lighter red than I am. Then you just add a little bit of cinnamon in there. If you're blonde, then it's no problem anyway, either which way. So that is my absolute favorite. Costs a lot of money, but is well worth it. One of the best products ever. I used to use what's it called? Avena spray dry shampoo. Rubbish. Don't use those. They're cheap products. If you want a cheap product and you want to go DIY on that, put a comment down below, please, because I can make a cheaper product, or I can DIY a cheaper product for you that is still healthy but only has up to 4 ingredients, and still does the job basically. But it's not going to be a cleansing or detoxifying or strengthening to your roots. That's the difference. It will work as a dry shampoo, but not as a strengthener. Are we talking too much about that? I don't know. Anyway, right. The next one, my 2 favorite leave-in conditioners. I think I have showed you these before. And this is the Palmer's olive oil leave-in conditioner, but it also has here black castor oil in it. Oopsie, can you read that? Black castor oil. Okay, that contains black castor oil. Now this is, how shall I say, go sparingly with this one. It does tend to be a bit more oily than others. So if you use this overnight or on the day or a couple of hours before you have your shower. I tend to use this at night, not every night, whenever I feel my hair is dry. If I have, like over the last few days here, it's been raining a lot and my hair just goes terribly frizzy. You can see here. Okay, this is what happens. It goes lots of flyaways and just stands off my head and frizzy. Then I use the Palmer's coconut formula, and that has manoi oil in it. This one's a lot lighter, and this is for dry, damaged, and color-treated hair. But it doesn't really matter if you have color-treated hair or not. I use this in between. I use this a lot more than this. If I've used the oil one overnight, I will still use this one straight after the shower, or still on wet hair, and or in between after having used this overnight. So I will use this during the day as well. So those are my 2 favorite leave-in conditioners for the time being, because they are very natural. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing fine. Thank you for popping in. Then there are 2 more shop-bought ones, and these aren't the best quality, although the better quality of many that I have seen. And that is, I don't really like the brand, because one problem with this brand, it hasn't got the leaping bunny on it, and it's not exactly cruelty-free. I'm okay, thank you very much for asking. So that is the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil. I use this quite a bit, especially in the winter, from only the ends down. so the ends. In the summer, I have the same, but with a UV protection. And that is the Extraordinary Oil. I don't know, can you read that? With UV protection. And it says for colored hair. I think it says for colored hair. Yes, it says for colored hair, but it doesn't really matter whether it is or not. Yes, I am well. Thank you very much. So these are all shop bought ones. I know lots of people don't want to get into DIY making their own because it costs, it is an investment to buy some of the oils and then putting them together, and then you've got to store them and so on. So these are shop bought ones. Thank you. Yes, I did. Thank you. I do reply, by the way, when I'm doing a video, I do reply to all the videos as quickly as I can, and or emails that come in. Of course, we are a community and you are my YouTube friends, so that's what I do, of course, as long as everyone is happy with one another. And when I say happy with one another, that means friendly to each other, and then that is fine. I will only bump someone off if they're especially rude or, you know what I mean, or trolling. So I also wanted to show you another hair favorite of mine, but this is a band, and these are silicone plastic spiral bands. They look like like the old telephone cords. Who knows the old telephones, the ones where you had to dial and you always either had to use a pencil or you broke your fingernails off. Remember the old dialing? Well, that'll show my age, of course. Yeah, so these work fantastic. These will help against breakage of hair, split ends, and knots, and they hold very, very tight. They're fantastic. You want to cut my hair? Well, I'm not interested in cutting my hair. I want to grow my hair. I had my hair very short. I've even been bald. I don't know if I've ever told on YouTube how that was. At 21, yes, I was fairly well. I wasn't a teenager anymore. At 21, I became very, very ill. I had high fever, and what happened with the high? Well, I got the German measles, to tell you the truth. I was working in kindergarten and I got the German measles from one of the children. So I got high fever, which nearly killed me. But after the treatment, 3 months later, my hair fell all out, all of it, or nearly all of it. It was, very, very sparse. That wasn't good at all. So at that time, then I thought, okay, well, let's shave it off. So I shaved all my hair off, and that's when I used to wear a wig. Now, I have actually one of the wigs here. I will show you. Wait, hang on. I need to make sure there's no dog behind me. I'll get it. Oh. Okay, I have still two of the old ones, but I only have one downstairs here, which I use on my model heads for my hats, the crochet hats and stuff. So there you go. This was one that I used to wear. Can you imagine? I'll just put it on quick. This looks really silly. Look. These are super old. Right? And the quality, look at the quality. It feels so stupid now. Okay, the quality then was really good. This is synthetic. I can't remember. Oh yeah, these came from Japan. Yeah, the label is still in here. So made in synthetic, 100% synthetic, and from Japan. That many years ago, it was difficult to get cheaper wigs that, yeah, well, that looked like anything halfway decent. So that's still one of my old wigs. So yeah, if you think about it, how short that is now. I mean, then it was super long. But now against my own hair, I've got about this much sticking out underneath. So yeah, so that's 2 wigs. Now the new wigs I have seen, they are so, well, the synthetics are so much better. Almost like real hair. I don't know who actually makes the best ones. I think it's now most probably still in Asia. They still come from Asia, I'm sure. But very likely with Russian hair, as in real hair or as in very soft synthetic. A tip, by the way, just remembered. With synthetic wigs, you see they have quite a bit of shine and it doesn't always look natural. So what you do is to get the shine off, if you want it dampened a bit, what you do is you put on dry shampoo. Put on a bit of dry shampoo, shake it through, and then you brush it. That's how you get it to look like real hair, or a bit more like real hair. It will still be shiny, but it will take the synthetic look of it off. So that's another tip for wigs. Yeah, so much for wigs. Write the answer. What answer? Yeah, you can give me some. Yes, you can give me some hairstyle ideas. Jumping onto hairstyle ideas. Up and coming videos, which I haven't done yet, but will be doing. Why haven't I done it? Because I've got a lame arm, so I can't do any updos. Otherwise, I'll be doing I'll be doing a French braid, a Dutch braid. I'll do a couple of buns. When I say a couple, a few different kinds of buns. A tail braid. What's a tail? Yes, I will be doing that. I'm wondering whether I'm going to record those actually up in the bathroom where one has the 2 mirrors again, where I can see something and you can see something as well. So that one can see that properly. I will try it out a few times and see what is the best way of recording these videos, because the lighting has to be good, number one, and the camera zoom has to be good. Not using the computer camera like I am here now. I will have to be using my proper camera, which isn't a GoPro, by the way. As I said before, it's an old camera, but it's a Panasonic. Can't remember what make it was, but anyway, one of the Panasonics that I will be using in the bathroom. I think that would work best. And or I could, if I can get it to record with the big stand-up mirror, then maybe that's another way of doing it. I still have to work out how to do that properly. Yes, definitely from the back so that you can see exactly what I am doing. So, oh yes, those were the hair videos that are still up and coming. But whilst I haven't got the full mobility of my arm, I will be recording tomorrow very likely tomorrow, I'll be recording how to make a proper Dundee cake. I will also be recording very soon how to make, not always interesting for everybody here, a vegan cheese, but with no soy, and so it will be most probably a chickpea cheese and a sesame seed cheese. And I shall also show yogurt making, proper yogurt, as in either the creamy and the Greek style with milk, and I will also show a vegan version. So these are on the list to be recorded, and they'll be recorded in the next few weeks when I get round to it. I have been back and forth to the doctors and the hospital with my husband. He's going in tomorrow for his second operation. I don't know how much they will be doing and whether he will have to go in a third time or maybe even a fourth time. I'm not quite sure. We will see. So he's going in tomorrow. I spent all day yesterday going with him, doing blood tests and all the stuff you have to do prior to. So yeah, so that's already 2 days out. Friday is also very likely out for doing any hair videos. So I think the soonest I can get to doing any kind of recording for hair videos is most probably the weekend. I have quite a few updos because I see here's Chris braid to do twist braids into a bump. I have a few ideas of, how shall I say, more elaborate hairdos as well, which I shall also be showing. But I will record those one by one by one by one. What else is there that I have to think about that I haven't told you guys? When you sat here, it's more difficult than you think. I don't think I've missed anything out. So it's just back to chatting. I always, people ask me, how long do you want to grow your hair? Well, the answer is as long as it wants to grow. I would be super happy if it goes anywhere beyond the knee length. Because obviously at my age, hair doesn't always want to grow the same way. It gets more brittle. So I don't know how long it will grow, but I will grow it as long as I can grow it. And I have been asked, what else have I been asked? How long is it now? Yes, my hair is now 37 inches, which is nearly 1 meter long. So that's how long it is. What other challenges are there? Yes, the weather challenges, obviously, also for the skin, with it being very cold again in the UK and very wet. Hair challenges and skin challenges. But that's normal here. I'm just hoping that we're going to get some dry weather soon. And yeah, so I would have normally sat here today doing a bit of knitting, but I can't. That's another, not only don't I have a proper movement in my arm to do those hair updos, I can just about get a ponytail together, as you can see. Watch it here. That's the dog. You see, I've got a ponytail together, but that's about as high as I could get today. Also, I got no feeling or hardly any feeling in my fingers. So I've been dropping the pins. So I can't use pins either at the minute. So those are just challenges one has to go through, and it'll be sorted soon, I'm sure. I see we are already nearly at 30 minutes, and I don't want to make this video too long. So I think for today I will start saying goodbye to all you lovely people that are watching. Some have been commenting, others haven't. That is fine too. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching and listening to some of my rambling. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, please do so. Below in the comment box best when this video goes up, which will be straight after this, I'm guessing. And also, please do remember, next month, 16th of May, also a Wednesday. That fits with my plans best at the moment, is a Wednesday. Same time, 7 o'clock GMT, General Mean Time. I will be on again. And if you have any questions and that I can answer, please do write them down below, and or send me an email if you like. You know, it's MajasMagic@gmail.com. Send me an email or a message or a comment, anything you like, and I will put those together. Lots of love to you all. Bye-bye.